Well, hello, it's Wednesday, so it must be time for Woolly Hat's Wednesday WIP. So you join me here back in sunny Chester. Well, it's sort of sunny, there's a bit of cloud as well, but it's getting better. Anyway, I'm back from my travels from the Lake District in Cockermouth, had a fantastic time, and did some walking, met up with friends, hello to Anna Marie, and had a really, really fun time. So anyway, here back in Chester, and it's sort of jobs week this week, and doing a bit of tidy up because we've got visitors and people at the weekend just coming around for a plate full of food and things like that. So time to regroup and sort out. So Mr. W is busy sorting out the camping equipment while I'm busy sorting out recipes. So there we go. Anyway, I have been doing some knitting and crochet, as you can imagine. So this is the wedding present. Here we go. This is the mosaic crochet. There you go. How about that? So it's coming on really, really well. So I'm very pleased with that. I didn't take it camping because I thought it would be quite big to take. This is the end of the first 400 grams of aran wool. So there's quite a lot of balls in this one. So I'm busy doing that one. It's quite a nice one to do while watching the telly because it's a fairly repetitive pattern. And I'm using lots of stash and bits of aran that I've got floating around. So that's really good. And plenty of time for the wedding, which is in July. So even though it's nearly June, can you believe that? Anyway, wish our lives away. What else have I been doing? Well, you remember last year I did this lovely sock, and it was very lovely using lots of nice wool, which has got cashmere and merino in, but it's quite a complicated pattern. So I had a little break, picked it up this year, as you've probably seen. So I've done the heel, there we go, done the heel, so I'm now onto the foot and I've done the main sock, and hurrah, hurrah, the main foot only has the pattern on one side, of course, because you don't do it underneath, because who looks at underneath of socks, except perhaps when you're in Pilates and when you notice each other's holes in your socks. No holes in my socks, I do darning. Anyway, so that's progressing well, but that is a complicated pattern, so I can't do that while watching the telly. So what I do is after lunch, I have a quiet half hour and do a few and focus the mind and then reset, and therefore go. So that's progressing well. And I say this yarn is lovely. It's from Qing fibres, and it really is luscious, and I love the really bright poppy neon colours of the wool. It's lovely. Anyway, it's almost too good to knit with, you know what I mean? Anyway, so the other thing, I showed you the ball of wool last week. This is made from wool from Iona off the Isle of Mull in Scotland, and the farmers have got together as a cooperative and they pool their wool to create a single source Iona yarn. So I bought this last year at the Glasgow School of Yarn in October, and I love the colour. Now the yarn is a mixture of things, so it's not like blue-faced Leicester or merino, so it's not soft and pretty and all that kind of stuff. So I thought, what can I do with it? And I did really like it, so I bought an awful lot to make a jumper, because I thought it'd be nice as a jumper to throw on over things. So here's what I've done so far. So you can see it's coming along nicely, and I like the way it drapes. This is it's an aran weight, and I'm using 5mm needles, and it's slightly bigger gauge than in the pattern, so I'm doing a smaller size rather than changing the needle size. But I do like it, and as it's knitted up, it sort of becomes softer, so that's quite nice. So I'm really enjoying that, and it's a different colour for me. I tend to go for this, but I thought this would be quite nicer. So I'm nearly up to the arms. I have to decide how long I want to make it, because you know when you're doing patterns and you think, oh, it's an awfully long jumper, and some of us have got shorter bodies than others, but or longer bodies than others. So I shall be measuring that and then doing that. And that's another easy. There's an aran pattern on the front, and I think I showed you last week. The name of the pattern is Iona. It's by Sarah Hatton, who's one of my favourite designers. She does a lot for Realm wools, but the pattern is a West Yorkshire Spinners pattern from a pattern book which I picked up in Welsh Pool. Got lots of nice, what I'd say not easy, but sort of intermediate patterns, so that you've done a bit of knitting but you like to try something different, so it's not too complicated, because some of the Rowan patterns sometimes can be very complicated, but the West Yorkshire Spinners I think are good, because they're good for what I call average knitters and people who just want to knit and do things and don't want to have to focus all the time on whatever they're doing. So anyway, I digress. So that's Sarah Hatton, and the pattern is called Iona, which I thought was appropriate to go with Iona yarn. So there you go. So those are my projects this week, as well as doing, I've been still sorting out my stash and stuff. This is from Stash, say. That'll be good. So yes, so as I said, we've got people coming around for something to eat, and hopefully it'll be nice weather. I might go for a walk this afternoon, who knows, and see how things pan out. I hope you're having a lovely week. Please share what you're up to or ask any questions, and I will see you next week. Bye.